Alright, welcome to Stay Tuned's Garage. My name is Alex, and today we're gonna be making my drift Mustang just a little bit prettier in some way. So ever since I got this car, I've never really taken care of it because it was a pretty big mess. So if you can see this door, first of all, you can see that big old stain. I parked my car in the street. There was a like yogurt or something that was like someone dropped, and then a car went over it and it splattered on my car, and I just never cleaned it because I've yet to wash this car since I've owned it, just because I know the paint, there's no saving it. I mean, here it looks fine, but the clear coat is gone, the paint is fading, and I'm gonna have to redo the whole paint situation anyway. But this door, as you can see, it has a bunch of dings. That one right there is pretty bad. That's the main reason I'm replacing it. But on top of that, right here, these cars have a problem where it likes to corrode, and then these two pieces of sheet metal like to separate, and then when you close the door, it doesn't really feel as structural as it should be. So what I did, I went to the junkyard and I found a new door. It's a gray door, so it's gonna match my gray fender over there. And on top of that, I got a new dash. This dash is cracked, as you can see right there. And I want to eventually make the interior black, or at least the front of the interior, make it black, and then delete the rear seats. Because this interior is just really ugly. The steering wheel's all messed up. The door panels are pretty bad. You know, they're all messed up. And then this like leather vinyl crap is coming off. The handle is disgusting. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start getting this door off while I go charge my camera, because apparently it's almost dead. Alright, so the first thing I'm gonna do before I even start touching the hinges and unbolting stuff is I'm actually going to disconnect the electrical connectors for these and the power light and the speakers. So as you can see, those go in here through this rubber protector boot, and then it has a little rubber grommet there. So the way you do that is actually kind of a pain. Is you go down here and you have your fuse box here. So here's your like kick panel right here, hood, latch. So back here, there's this rubber, it's noise insulator for the inside of your car. This big wiring harness over here. If you go in behind here and you pull back on this carpet, there will be two electrical connectors. And it sucks trying to do this because they're so in there. But there are two electrical connectors back here, which are for, oh sorry, I'm not even recording. It's so hard to get them out. But there's two of them. You unplug both, and then when you pull out the door, the connectors will go through that rubber grommet, and they'll come out. If you don't disconnect them, then obviously they are going to they're not gonna come off, and it's not gonna be a fun time. All right, so I am getting there. So as you can tell, I took the little kick panel off here. Pretty easy to do. You just pull this little panel here up, and then or you take it off, and then you're able to just pull that one off. Have it over there. It's just like one little clip that holds it in, so you can just pop it right off. Then I just put this back on because I'm kind of laying on this to be in there, so I don't want to be laying on the pinch weld because that wouldn't be very comfortable. So what I did is this little bunch of wires here is held by one T20 little bolt on the bottom. So I took that out, and then I just pulled this out of its little pocket. This is supposed to sit in here like that. and then the little bolt goes in right here. And then I also pulled this little clip off of its little home. But yeah, so I pulled this out just to get a little more room to get up to get up where I'm supposed to be. And then what I did, I'll be completely honest, so the two plugs are right here. I already undid this one, and this one's the next one I have to undo. But I'll be honest, you go up there and reach in for them, and they're held in by little but like, damn it, like, can you see that thing right there that's holding this plug into the bracket right here, that little piece of plastic? So they're held in by those onto the chassis of the car. And I'll be completely honest, I just went ahead and broke them off, simply because it's really hard to get in there. The only way you'd be able to take them off without doing that would be like spending a lot of time trying to finesse it off, or taking apart everything, your whole dash, and taking everything out of here so you can get under that carpet, because all these wires are above the carpet. That's why I pulled them back, so I can get more room under there. But yeah, so I already disconnected this one. As you can see, the little tabs broke on it, which is unfortunate, but this is on the side of the door, so that doesn't even matter, because the new one has good ones, good connectors. And then this one over here, it has tabs on each side, so one little tab there, and then another one under it. Where is it? And then another little tab there, and then you just undo those, take the plug off, and then you can go ahead and pull those through on this side. So I'm gonna keep going, and I'll update you guys in just a minute. All right, so we got the two connectors off. I'm back on the big camera now. Got it charged up. Got those off. So now I'm gonna go ahead and remove I'm gonna remove the door, not the table. And there's two ways you can do it. You can take it off from the hinges, so take the door off with the hinges, or you can take the door off of the hinges. I'm gonna take it off of the hinges just because in order to do the other method, you actually have to take off the fender, which isn't that bad, but I just don't care enough right now, to be honest. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it off from here. And what I did, the door weighs a good like 60 pounds or so, maybe more, I don't know. I'm really bad at weighing stuff, but I can carry the door by myself. However, as I'm undoing it, it's hard to do with one hand. So I went ahead and put a jack stand under this side, and I just kind of wedged it under this little protrusion here in the door. And then on this side, it's actually under the door, and I don't care if it scratches it or damages it in any way. This door is a bad door, it doesn't matter. The only thing I'm keeping from it is this door panel / card, whatever you want to call it. And even this I'm not gonna keep in the long run. I'm actually gonna buy some custom door cards that are nice and stuff. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and unbolt it from each hinge. So 2 bolts on each hinge, one down here and then one under here. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. And as soon as it starts getting wobbly, of course you want to keep a hand on it, make sure it doesn't fall, because it will hurt you if it falls on you. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll check you guys in a minute. Oh wait, I have things in there. I was gonna flip it. Go. Done. So I've got both doors next to them right now, and I found one problem. That problem is there are different connectors on both doors. So this has two, this is the one that was on my car. It has one big connector, one small one. On this one, both are the same, size-wise at least. And this door is from a 1998. My car is a 1996. Obviously there's a difference between the two. So I'm thinking that possibly what I can do is, if I could find the wires that correspond to the same things. They have different wire colors as well, from what I can tell, or might not actually. But the one connector that is the same for both doesn't have the correct pinouts. At least on the ends, the wires might run to the same stuff on both. But what I might do is take the harness out of this door, and as long as everything connects to the components on this door, which it should, then I'll just get the harness on this door, put it on that door, and be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this door apart. So you can see I already took that little thing off, and I'm gonna go ahead and diagnose, or not diagnose, just research and see what can be done, and I'll check you guys in when I figure it out. Alright, so I have a plan of attack now. I took the little that weather shielding off, and so I disconnected the harness here, took the speaker out and disconnected the plug, which is down here now. So this is what the speaker connects to. Disconnected this, which was for the tweeter for the 460. I disconnected the motor for the mirror, so that goes here. So obviously disconnected the hand controls. And then the harness is held in by all of these clips here, which were just taped onto the cables, and I just pulled them off. And so I just took all of these off here. And then this one connects to the door panel actually, so this one's already loose. And then the last cable held in by a little clip here that went in this little hole. And then that was connected to a little module down there. I just went down there, unclipped it, and pulled it out. And now the whole harness should all come out together. And I'm actually going to pull these connectors through this way and then pull them out here, because I don't think these controls would fit through that hole. So I'm going to take that out, do the same thing on that side, and I'll just transfer this harness over there. All these small connectors are the same on both cars from what I can tell, so everything should work out. Alright, so we got the harness put in the car. This is my old harness and the new door, and it fit perfectly. Everything seems to work well, and now I have the correct plug, so that's perfect. The only thing I have to do now is replace the lock on the doors, just because this door does not have the lock that my key works with, so I have to take the lock off of that one and put it in this one, which is a pretty simple process. But in order to do that, the windows have to be all the way up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put this door back like this. I'll put the door panel on after. I'm gonna put it on, put it in the car, connect it up as if it's good. And then once I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and take the door lock off of this window, and I'll go ahead and show you guys how to move the window with no power or without it connected. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pretty much bolt the door back up, and it's pretty simple. You just put it where the old one is and bolt it on. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and we'll go from there. Alright, I just got the door in the car, and leave that hanging there. Now it closes just fine. As you can see, the lock is already out, and the only thing that's a little off is it kind of protrudes out a tiny bit at the bottom, and then up top it like is a little lower than the fender. So that could either be the door that's not aligned right, which is probably the case, or the fender could be, so every car is sort of aligned differently as far as the fenders and everything goes. It's not like perfect in every car. So it could be that this car, the door was a little different, so they aligned the fenders differently on the other car to make it look good. So it's just, every car is different. All the panels have like washers and little things, at least all the like fenders and stuff. So I might mess with that, but I'm pretty sure it's just the door that's a little bit like, there's a little bit of play where the bolts go in. They're not like perfect, like hub centric sort of bolts. So I could probably just like twist it a little bit, but for now it's good. It closes solid. There's no separation here, and the open, it's all just solid. So that's exactly what I was looking for. But now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to get the lock out of one of these doors to swap it out. So first thing is you have to have the window all the way up, like on that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. All right, so to bring the window up without it connected, what I'm gonna use is just a little, I think this is 18 volt. Yep, 18 volt lithium battery, Ryobi, for my power tools. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get just a speaker wire from over here, and I'm gonna have it, oh damn it. And this right here is the connector for the motor, for the window regulator. So I'm just gonna rig it in a way where each wire is contacting one of the prongs. And then the way this works is this: if you touch each wire over here, damn it, one of them's not touching. Oh, it's this one. Let me see. Let me try to rig this off camera and I'll be right back.
Okay, so that is the lock mechanism right there. If you see that little white plastic that's right there that my finger's barely touching, you have to disconnect that, and then behind that, where's my hand? So this little clip I'm touching right here, you have to push that up. It's really hard to see from this. It's hard to film this in general. But if you undo that clip and pull it up, then you'll be able to just take the little lock cylinder out of there, and then you can just put the new one in. So I'll go ahead and show you how these look outside of the car, so it's a little easier for you to understand. Alright, so this is the little lock cylinder outside of the car. So this is flush on the door like that, and then this little clip is what I was talking about. It goes here like that. So all you have to do to get this lock out is just put pressure on this like that, undo the clip, and then once this one I just broke it because this is the one that I'm not going to be able to use, but you undo the little, this is connected to the actual little rod that unlocks it. So you undo that rod, you take that rod off, and then this will just go ahead and push out, and then you'll be able to put the new one in its place. Pretty simple. Alright, I just wanted to point out one of the stupidest things I've ever done while working on a car. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a little bit of music playing on my phone, and I was looking for my phone, right? And I couldn't find it in the car. It wasn't under. It's not like over here behind the door. It's because it's inside the door. Because I put my phone on the bottom here with the flashlight on so that I could look at what I was doing over here with the lock.
And then I just decided to put it all together. So now I have to take it all back apart and grab my phone. Alright, and just like that, we're all done. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe if you'd like, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.